Recording started.
Well, welcome to English 4A and 4B with me, Mrs. Page. So we're starting with the question, why are people resistant to doing things that we know are not healthy, but crave the things that may be detrimental to our health or well-being? And I know I had an early answer. Let's see. Where was it? Where is it? Okay. I know it's here. I think I lost it. Sorry. Anywho, if you'd like to rewrite it, or if anybody else would like to answer why they feel this way, I would love to hear. Luca, people might be resistant to doing things that are not good for them because they might be addicted to toxic things such as drugs, alcohol, etc. And those kind of drugs, alcohol, etc. can definitely control you in a way that makes you not able to concentrate on the things that you need to do, or can control you to a point that I had a friend, a wonderful friend, who definitely got into it, and he started stealing and things like that, because you think about going for the next crazy, moment of it. And he stopped multiple times, and he was one of my best friends, and he didn't want to do it anymore, but a friend convinced him to try it once again. He couldn't stop, and he ended up taking matters into his own hands so that way he wouldn't ever have to feel that again. So, sorry for the very real sudden moment, but please, if I can convince you of anything, don't. Welcome, Janelle. All right, now that I tried to have a cry session on a Friday morning, Tyler likes the coffee. Coffee is good. It can also be unhealthy, though, if you don't watch it. Because if someone does something like punching walls, it feels good in the moment, even if it's not good in the long term. And that's very true. That's a great example, Alex. Like, you blast that anger, and then suddenly, thank you, Kate and Luca. Yeah, you don't ever understand how you leave behind those that you love. And I know I'm sorry he felt like that would be the only way out. But, okay, I think maybe because the things that are the worst for us sometimes can be the most fun. Taking risk is fun, but you never know what can happen. And taking risk makes the adrenaline pump, right? So you end up with this happy endorphin within your system, and so it's very easy to get into the mode of, when can I get another adrenaline rush? So you start doing more and more risky behavior to get that adrenaline rush. So I can definitely see how taking those risks can definitely be a part of it. Franco, hey, it's better to know the truth than be left knowing less. So very true. The long term is better than the short term. Awesome, very true, because you've got to remember, and it's hard in that mode of thought, especially with anger, like really strong emotions. If you're stuck in that strong moment, it's going to be hard to pull yourself out of that and be able to step back and go, hey, wait, maybe no, right? And Kate says, however, often the short term is more in sight. Yep, so you can see it. It's right there. It's all you can see, usually. Tunnel vision, right? Whatever it is that you were trying to go for. And Kate also had said instant gratification versus long-term development. This is why video games are such a hot thing, right? Because it automatically gives you a bit of both, right? You've got a bit of the instant gratification, like you are rewarded, people, you know, either by talking or by actual awards or by being able to flaunt it to your friends, that kind of stuff, as well as the fact that it's challenging enough for you to continue on in that game. Like if you beat the game, you might go, no more on that game. Or you might be like, this game's a little too hard, I'm not going to play it. But the ones that give you just enough challenge where it's within reach, you feel like it's within reach, or you feel like your friends, family, whoever it is that you're closest with will see you in a better light due to the fact that you're playing this game, will drive you to continue on a game that maybe even you don't like. Welcome, Isaac. How are you? You guys have some great insight. I'm so impressed with you guys. You keep it up. All right, we probably should move forward, even though this is a really interesting conversation. I learned a lot from you. Hopefully you did from me as well. All righty, so we have, don't forget, Monday, right? After the weekend, you're going to wear everything mismatched because we're going to celebrate how everyone is different and we should embrace our differences. We do not need to fit into a societal norm that has been presented to us just because they think it's a norm. That's another one of those healthy versus unhealthy things, right? Like you think you need to fit into this box, so you spend all your money to fit into this box instead of just being you. Are some of those societal norms good, though? Thought-provoking questions for a Friday morning. Have you seen? I have not. I guess I'm going to have to look into that one now. It's kind of creepy. I don't know if I want to, though. So maybe embracing our differences to a degree because we don't want to embrace, you know, murder or things like that, turning things into nightmares. I don't want anybody to ever do that for me. All right, then we've got Tuesday, we're going to do teams. Wednesday, we're going to honor our veterans. Even though we're not at school, you can always send me those pictures. Thursday, we're going to talk about heroes, help everyone, respect others. Friday, we're going to wear everything inside out because words can hurt. So it's got a theme, a reason for every single day, but Mismatch Monday, I want to see what you're wearing. So either be willing to hop on the camera itself or send me a picture. Okay? Yeah. See, there you go. You're already ready. So very true. The norms drive us to do things that often we don't want to do, even if it is something that we know is harmful to others or to ourselves. So like if society says that your hair should not be a big puffed like Hermione in Harry Potter in the book. Probably the movie didn't do such a great job at it, but she was definitely, you know, picked on and driven to change her hair. So it can be very detrimental to stand out. But usually, if you have the confidence, that will be what really drives you. Like being true to yourself will help you to have that confidence and be more willing. And what's funny is you're going to find that you probably will change a lot of stuff, and then as you get older you realize that it doesn't matter. You don't need to change those things. Nobody's really, because you don't have such a tight-knit group that you're a part of once you get out of high school, college year times. Everybody doesn't know everybody unless you're in a really small town. and you suddenly go, all right. You learned something. See? Oh, that's awesome. And Alex, I'm glad that you have the jersey. Sorry, I went back off on a tangent. I think society has made it so hard to be a teen because there is so much that you have to live by, and if you don't, you're weird. It is. And it's, even whenever I was younger and you didn't have such an online presence going on, it was difficult because, you know, there's this box. Here's what you're supposed to do to fit into this box. So what did I do? In high school, I had it where people, if they called me crazy, I would go off on a tangent until they finally walked away from me. I don't really have that many friends from high school, but the ones that I still know, they love me. They think that, you know, even though I'm a weirdo, it's all good. So, and that's what brought me to today. The thing with being a teen is that it's just so, it is such a social, like, bleepity bleep. So it's hard. It's going to be difficult. It really is going to be, you're going to fight between what you want and what others want of you, because you've got your parents or significant others. You've got those people that you think are staring at you and maybe are staring at you, waiting for you to downfall so they can be like, nah, 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 nah. By the way, if they ever do that kind of stuff, I know it sounds really silly, but own it, kind of like I did with the crazy thing. That's what I tell my kids. I'm like, hey, own it. Even if you don't believe it, at that moment, don't, you know, they're like, oh my gosh, those clothes, I mean, like, did you get them from the thrift store? Well, yes, I did. Did you know that there was a deal on them? And it was such an amazing thing. You should really go by there sometime. Or, yeah, remember I saw you there. Okay, anyhow. That's my little piece of advice. Welcome, Tyler. Often we feel there's a legacy to protect or a legacy to put upon us to protect, an uphill climb with teeth in each crevice. So very true. I was the first in my family to go to college because my family was so, like, you've got to do this right. I'm glad I did, don't get me wrong. But it was such a, you know, it felt like a weight that's on you that makes you have to do, you know. Like, it's hard to make friends and hard to see past the petty little things in your life. But if you see past those issues, you see that as a teen, this is one of the most important moments of your life. It's so true, Franco. It's like this double-edged sword of, like, stab you in the gut and twist. It's just, you know, like, it's the only time that you still have a great freedom when you first get into your first jobs and things like that, before you have to really start paying for everything like kids and houses and things like that. Then you've got a lot more freedom there as well that you don't realize because you don't see the freedoms of the other pieces that are being controlled by family and stuff like that. So you're kind of stuck in this rut of, why can't I? When if you kind of turn this way, you go, oh, okay, there really is this stuff. You know, like my daughter, she can buy as much cosplay stuff as she wants from her job because she's not paying rent yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like, although we try to tell her that, you know, she should probably save. So, right, Alec? You're welcome. Just remember that one if you ever find somebody that's being rude to you. Just, yeah, that's what you know. Okay. Oh, that's awesome, Hala. So even at 19, found the way to be like that. I don't care. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to, you know, chop off the hair. I'm going to be confident. I'm going to make this me wonderful. I love it. Alyssa, I shaved my head. I love that. I know probably others are like, oh my God, you know, but do you. Don't fit into some stupid box. Yeah, Luca, the frenemies of life, right? The fake friends where you're like, they're just waiting. Those kinds of people eventually fade out of your mind because you realize not everyone in the world is like that. I'd like to believe that there are more good people than bad, but recently it's been just a bit harder. I will agree, Franco, and you've got to remember also that, like, now that I'm 40, by the way, guys. Okay, so even though I look like I'm a teenager still, I know friends like from online, from high school, that I would have never probably even kept in touch with, mind you. But now they're really nice and supportive people. You realize that we're all kind of stuck in this rut of this is what has to happen. And even with, you know, parents, they're like, oh my gosh, you've got to do this, because I want to make sure that you're good. And, you know, like, everybody thinks they're doing what they need to do to survive, but oftentimes they're not thinking of how that affects other people. So try to breathe and just, you know, make sure that you're taking care of you. I work at DB, so I kind of have to care what most think. You know, I get ya. Bald squad, holla. You. I love it. That's too cute. Franco, you still need to find a job. That's okay. You'll get one. And right now it's crazy to get a job anyhow. I mean, like, unless you can do it online and keep yourself safe, because virus thing going up and down like there's no tomorrow. It's pretty crazy. Honestly, it's so much easier not having hair. Oh, you have the super curly hair. My daughter shaved off her hair to help, like, kind of, because her grandmother had cancer, so she shaved it off with her, and her hair was super duper curly, so I kept trying to convince her that she should keep it because she hated brushing through it. So now her hair is about as long as mine is. So, anywho, okay, we are getting off on a tangent, so I'm going to finish reading these comments. Not that I don't love this. I'm like, dude, we could just have a whole class of this, but I do want to show you guys something before our time runs out. It's allowing an avenue and open life. And if we want, once we finish what we do in class, if you guys want to stick around and keep talking, we can. Or if you guys want to just keep talking, because it sounds like you guys have like it's awesome. I'm loving this. Anyhow. It's allowing an avenue of life to be enjoyed and remain open. Right, Cade? It's my schedule. Oh, gotcha there, Franco. Yeah, sometimes life it makes it no. It's just, unless your hair's thick too. I was going to cut the hair short, but Elsie, yeah, gotcha. As I said, you know, sometimes it's going to take some time. We're going to keep my hair shaved. I love it. My daughter, my oldest, she's got kind of the foot up here, and it's shaved all up underneath it, and the other daughter's got just the undercut shaved, and it's, you know, just saying, right? Okay, so grow your hair out. Go, TJ. Yeah, grow it out. I love it. Okay. I'm going to try to pray and realize it's going. No worries. No worries. TJ, back in the day, the men had the longer hair. Back in the day, the men wore dresses. So it's society the thing. That's what makes male and female. Did you know that, okay, I've got to do this one little last thing. Did you know that up until like 70s, 80s, there wasn't the pink is girl and blue is boy? That was just something that they came up with. Yeah. I learned it on one of those little shows that they had that, you know, like informational. I was like, oh my gosh, that is so, wow. Okay. It's cute. All right. So now that we've gone off on a really awesome tangent, I love these kind of talks. We can do this all day, but let's talk about what we're really going to learn. So, anybody want to hop on and read the pledge for us, or today's objective? All right, Alec. Would you like to do both or just one? Awesome. All right, take it away when you're ready.
I am an adult at hope. I am talented, smart, and capable of success. I will respect myself, others, learning, and property. I have dreams for the future, and I will climb to reach those goals and dreams every day. All are capable of success, no exception. Today's objective. Today, I am learning to use Wakelet so that I can help myself and others in preparing for and completing projects. I will know I got it when I am able to add at least one link, picture, or text to a shared class Wakelet.
Fantastic job. Make sure to give her a round of applause. Woot, woot. All right. So Wakelet, if you went into the link for the Wakelet yesterday, I know some people actually created their own and all that jazz, and it's awesome. Then you kind of probably already know how to use it. But I want to make sure that others are aware of it and know where to go to get the help for this kind of stuff. Welcome, Maylin. But first, but wait, there's more. Let's make sure to give a round of applause for our Getting to Know You survey people that finished it up as of like 9 o'clock last night whenever I finally finished my grading. Yes, I'm spending way too much time, guys. Yeah! And then we've got the orientation survey people. Another round of applause. Woot woot. And I put it in alphabetical order, so hopefully you were able to find your name for first names. Yeah! Awesome. So thank you guys so much for already knocking that stuff out. Seeing that this one is the 7-pointer, definitely want to make sure to do that one to help you out. So, yay! Awesome. Glad it helped you out there. Woot woot. Gabby, you're on one of them. Gabby. Right? I was like, wait a second. I know I put your name on there. I remember. Okay. So, things you should know. I did have a student that sent me a message last night, and they were like, wait, I don't understand the project one for 4A. And I looked at it, and I was like, wait a second. That was last time around whenever it was the first time we did it. It didn't get updated. Yeah, anywho. So I had updated the document, but for some reason it didn't upload to the system. So if you did go in there yesterday and you went, what in the world? Or you just, you did download it, you want to update that now so that way you have the updated document that makes more sense and it's not so confusing. So people yesterday that I talked to, that I don't think they're in here right now, but about this Unit 1. That's probably why you were confused, and I'm so sorry about that. Okay, so make sure to go back to it, or I will send it out here soon. To complete any of the projects, you're using the online lessons, and there's links given. So in other words, you're getting the project at the beginning of the unit, and then as you're working through the lessons and the videos and that kind of resource stuff, you can use it to help you do the project. Okay, so I give it early so that way you're not mindlessly getting through the lessons and then you go, oh man, where was that? You know, you can go, oh, that might work for it, that kind of thing. And I just saw your, I don't think my glasses were working, Gabby. Yay! So today, 4A, you're going to help add to the Epic Heroes Wakelet, which is what the project for Unit 1 is for you guys. So you're going to think of like epic heroes that you know, maybe like Hercules or my brain just went, no, Achilles, yes. So And you will also have ones that you're reading about in the unit that you could use too, if you don't want to use any of the ones that are on the Wakelet. But you can find things that help you learn more about the epic heroes. You can find things that will tell you about the hero's journey. Look at this, see, Cade's on a roll. All of those kind of things, we're going to kind of put it on this Wakelet, so it's like a page that has links like crazy, right? Or pictures or things like that. And that way it'll be all focused on epic heroes. By the end of the unit, whenever you're ready to make this Unit 1 project happen, you'd be able to go and go, oh, here's something that I can use. Don't do word for word. Don't paraphrase, right? You're going to use it to fix it, right? To help you understand it. So you look at it, you read it, you process it. Own words and ideas. Okay. Yes, just no, that's not. Alrighty. Oh, and then 4B, my apologies, you're going to do the same for the romantic poetry Wakelet, because yours is about the romantic poetry, which you're going to identify certain characteristics about romantic poetry, what makes it from the romantic period. Okay, but to practice, we kind of already started talking about this, but what do you love or like, which category does it fall under? So like if I really like helping others, that's why I became a teacher, right? That's a good for your health kind of thing, I think, right? And then I've got the detrimental, bad for your health stuff. So I'm not physically moving enough. I'm on an online school. I tend to sit here and hack away at it, that kind of thing. Thank you, Luca. Yes, appreciate it. So we're talking about just one thing. You don't have to do both unless you want to, but tell me one thing that's either good for your health or bad for your health that you already love doing or eating or that kind of thing, and which category do you think it falls under? And I'll give you like 3 minutes, and you can do it up on the board. You can even write it in the chat box if you'd like. So we've got doing exercise, going outside once it's cloudy out, so that way you're not getting like blazed by the sun. And while we're on kind of a stopping point of doing this, the reason why we don't do political talk, even though we can talk about all this other stuff, for whatever reason, people, it's almost like if we were to argue about football teams, but it's like everybody seems to have an opinion about the politics stuff. So a lot of times it's very blindly like, I just need you to agree with me instead of a conversation. So that's why we avoid it. And to, you know, like just, you can do that with your friends, just don't do it in the class. So, exercise. Love it. Soda. I am such a soda person too. I can't stop. I've lowered how much I drink of it in a day. So that's pretty good. Ooh. Yeah, drugs can really ruin your life, guys. And please, please, please understand. Yeah. So true, Kate. It is very easy to attack without even meaning to. disregarding my emotions. If you're not listening to your inner self, then it's going to be tough. You're going to be battling within yourself, and that can actually be a big anxiety driving factor of life. I do it too, though. Drinking alcohol, yes, because it definitely can be bad for you. You may not think it at the time. It's almost like, you know, that angry outburst, that's what we're talking about, where you punch the wall at the time and then you're like, oh, wait, that might not have been such a great idea, not thinking of the factors beyond that. Junk food, oh, yes, popcorn is my enemy, really buttery popcorn. Smoking and drinking. Smoking is one of those, like, even if it's just the vape stuff, can definitely do some major damage to your lungs. Yeah, that's a tough one. And once you do it, once you start a habit of it, it's really hard to stop. The Tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise. I think I'd need a little help on that one. Just sitting in your room all day. This one, you know, it's definitely something that can happen a lot, you know, and you think, you know, well, if I can feel this, then I'm, you know, at least I'm still here. And I'm in control, that kind of stuff. So. You guys are funny. We've got the candy. Oh, yes, so true. More junk food. Yeah, all right. So other than trying not to go over to the Sith Lords and go to the dark side because they have cookies, that could be detrimental, right? It sounds like you guys definitely know at least where it falls. So let's find out if it's actually true. What I want you to do is actually Google what you came up with and tell me, is it in the same area as it was before? Like, is it good for your health? Is it detrimental? You know, can you confirm it with a link? And don't delete the link, okay? I want you to keep it. If you don't think it's something that you want to share in that way, that's fine. You don't have to do that one. Maybe you want to do like a certain kind of junk food, or, you know, what is broccoli really healthy? You know, like whatever. But what we're going to do is we're going to take these links and we're going to put it on a shared healthy versus unhealthy Wakelet here in just a moment. So tell me, do a quick search and find out. So I did a quick search for both of these, helping others and not physically moving enough, and confirmed that I did put them in the right categories, at least as far as the initial links that I found from reputable sites were. So true, Tyler, so true. And sometimes that is the case. Like, we already can confirm it, but, and on this Wakelet, there's an opportunity for you to share your story too if you want to. So if you want to go and you can put in a link, you can put in a YouTube video, you can put in text and be like, you know, this is what I went through. This is how it harmed or helped or whatever it is, the story that you know about. You can add it in there. And remember, this is a tool. Like, we're going to practice this. This will be something that you could use for the research project for A people later, coming soon. Or you could also just use it as a learning tool for right now. But a Wakelet that you would do once you get into the breakout rooms, that would be the for your official Unit 1 projects. So, oof, that's tough. That is really tough. I'm so sorry, Tyler. That's a tough thing to go through. Anybody finding any links? Instead of, so we're going to run out of time soon, instead of putting it up here on the board, what I'd like you to go ahead and do is click this link. Once you've got your link, click this link. Oh, yeah, Lane is Tyler too. So Tyler Q, Tyler D. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to confuse. So go ahead and click this link once you're ready. And you're going to add your link to the article that you think, that you found that it goes under. Kate, I'm the one and only. So if your link that you found is healthy, yours is unhealthy, put it on there. And what I would like for you to do is there's a little like pencil button. Once you've entered in your link, or if you just want to do the text, you can do that instead. But if you do like a link or a YouTube video or whatever, put your name at just the first name at the beginning, so that way at least I know who sent it, just in case it doesn't show me. I'm not quite sure if it will or not, just so that way I can give you some credit for helping in our adventure here. So let's see if anybody's jumped in there yet. Nope. Still my items. Maybe what I can do is screen share to show you guys what this kind of looks like. Ignore all of my gazillions of open tabs. I tend to do that. You can sign up for it with your email, but you should be able to just like anonymously put it in there too. But if it were me, I'd do it with the email just to make it easier for yourself. But so it looks like this. It's Wakelet. And whenever you go in, it's going to look a little bit different because I made it. So it's got gummy bears on one, it's got a green apple on the other one. So with this, you go in, like I tell you what to do, and then I've got my example here, lack of physical activity. If you wanted to add one in, it should give you this little plus sign right above or below it. Doesn't really matter. I'm actually going to make it look like this instead. It's a mood board. When you click the plus sign, it'll let you choose if you want to just paste in a URL. So like if it's an article, you can add text. Like I said, you could just type it in, kind of like I did with, you know, this is what you need to do. YouTube video, if you Twitter, you can tweet, you can bookmark, you can do an image, upload a PDF. If you've got a Google Drive document that you're like, hey, I want you to look over this, or OneDrive. And it's even got video, which is through Flipgrid that it does the video. So there you go. So that's kind of what we're looking for as far as what we would like to see from you. All right, so I'm going to hit the stop sign. Bring it back to here. Just in case you haven't clicked that link yet, it is there for you. And I missed some stuff. You have more open, TJ, I get you. Working in an industry of helping others more mentally than anything, and it allows me to be proud of what I do and have to offer. I love it, Cade. Alyssa, good luck at Burger King. There's a fine line between helping others to raise them and helping others by sacrificing yourself. Oh, Cade, that I need you to like make a nice quote thing so I can put it up on my desktop to remind myself on that one. Because, you know, I often, like I said, I don't get up enough and walk around and get physical more. Like right now I can't because I'm having I had a surgery, but uh-oh, Cameron, where are you having the issues at? What can I do to help? Huh. Anyone else having troubles? Because I don't see it from your end. That's what I hate, because I can't, whenever I can't see it from you guys' perspective, it makes it harder for me to signing in general. So you should, in theory, I wonder if I log out, if I'd be able to see it better. Anybody want to share what they did to be able to get into it? Help them out, because I am definitely... Ah, Kate, I love that one. That's good. She wants us to sign in, and I'm too lazy to sign in. I'm still trying to sign in. So, like the, right here, the Wakelet thing, that's what we're talking about, Franco. Yeah, that is true, right, Luca? I'll be like, honesty is awesome. Do I click edit? Yes. Yeah, once you're in there, click the edit collection, and it should allow you to then add the link in there. Oh, I'm sorry. So what I did is I just kind of showed what it looked like and how, like, once you hit edit collection, there should be like a little plus sign on the side. And that'll allow you to choose which one you're going to add in there. Oh, I see one. Ooh, Tyler, D, you made it. Yay. Oh, and it tells me, so you don't have to do your name. Yay, that's awesome. Good to know. Anissa, I see you in there. Awesome. See, yay, it's working, it's working. I don't know if I like the mood board or the grid view or the whatever. The list seems like it'd go on and on forever. So I'm changing it. I'm going mood board. That's what we're going to do. The school email one should be the same password you use to log into the school itself. And if you don't know that one, like if it's saved on your computer, you should be able to go to the settings for your browser and look at the password that way. Never alone. People bouncing in and out. Thank you, Sammy. Awesome. I see you in there. It's almost time. School email's not working. Sorry. I mean, there should be a way to do it just because it's public, where you'd be able to input things in, but I don't know. I'm so confused. There's Sammy. I see Sammy again on the other one. So the good news is even if you can't add to these, you'll be able to use them as at least resources. So if you can't get it to add in or you can't figure out the email right now, you'd still be able to go and say, I can go to this link and see the healthy, unhealthy stuff, right? Should be able to at least see that. So that way at least you could get some ideas, that kind of thing. That's funny. Alrighty. So it's about that time. I probably should at least make sure that you have the links for your different class, or if you've got both classes, in case you want to start working on the epic hero or the romantic literature, or just look at what other people put in there. There's the 4A one. And you shouldn't have to sign in more than once. Like once you get in, it should let you just automatically go in and start doing it from what I've been told. Alright, and that's for B's. And what we will do is we'll go ahead and close out for today, and then if you want to stick around, get help to get into these or anything like that, you can, or if you have questions about something else, that kind of thing. So, what to do today? So 101 was telling you like about the class, about the unit itself, and started you with the project. You've got 1.02 and 1.03 that's going to help you start diving into the project's information itself. There is not like a multiple choice test at the end. There are quizzes. The quizzes are still there. So just a heads up there. And then we've got, if you want your extra credit ticket out the door, you can either private chat or email me. What do you like or dislike about Wakelet? Do you see other opportunities where it would be helpful? Maybe you just couldn't log in. So private chat it to me or email it to me. So next steps, 1.02, 1.03, past due, all the things we've done so far. The orientation quiz is the graded assignment, so make sure at least to do that. If you need extra help and can't stick around, you can email, call, text, Skype, schedule a one-on-one under content where it says schedule a one-on-one. And of course, unless you have questions about anything, you are free to go for the day, guys. Thanks for coming in. Boy. Thank you, Cade.